Welcome to Outdoors and Country Living. Today we're going to be making candied jalapenos, also known as cowboy candy. This recipe is based off of 6 pounds of fresh jalapeno peppers, washed and sliced into 1/4-inch pieces. Come along and see how I make these candied jalapenos. So to make our syrup, we will be using 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of ground cayenne pepper, because jalapenos aren't hot enough, 2 teaspoons of celery seed, 4 cups of apple cider vinegar, and 6 cups of sugar. We're going to be placing all of these ingredients in a large stainless steel pot to make the syrup. Let's get started. So like I said, we're going to be using 4 cups of apple cider vinegar. Pour the vinegar into your large stainless steel pot. Next goes the 6 cups of sugar. And yes, this is a lot of sugar, but remember, we're making a syrup, and these are candied jalapenos. Our 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of ground cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons celery seed, stir all this together, and we will be heating this syrup to dissolve the sugar. This syrup is very flavorful, a little savory, spicy, and sweet, all together. So we like to use these portable burners when we're doing canning projects. I'm just simply going to heat the syrup and dissolve the sugar. While the syrup mixture is heating, just be sure to stir it every now and again, as you don't want it to burn. So while that's heating, we're going to wash our fresh jalapenos. These are from our garden, so I'm just going to rinse them. They don't have any chemicals on them at all. Obviously, cut your stems off. You're going to want to slice them in about 1/4-inch thick slices. You don't even have to de-seed the peppers. You could if you want, I suppose, but that's awfully tedious in my opinion. And they're delicious with the seeds in. So here I have about 1/4-inch pieces. Once we get all of the peppers sliced up, then we will pack the raw pepper slices into pint mason jars. Now that I have all of the jalapenos sliced, we are going to start packing them into these clean, room temperature pint mason jars. These jars are not hot, they're just room temperature, clean jars. Let's get to packing. So just start filling your jars with the pepper slices. And you want to firmly press them down in there. You don't want to cram them, but you want to firmly press your peppers in there to try to get as many peppers in each jar as you can. Doing this raw pack method will result in a firmer candied jalapeno versus if you were to cook them down in the syrup before you filled your jars. We've done it like this for years, and this is our favorite way to do it. And it's a lot easier, in our opinion. You want to leave about a half to quarter inch of headspace with the peppers, and we're also going to do the same when we fill them with the syrup, as we're doing here. So fill your syrup about a half inch to quarter inch of headspace. You could go all the way down to leaving an inch of headspace if you want, but you can fill it all the way up to a quarter inch if you want to do that too. And mine probably aren't all precise and perfect. It's not what I'm after. So as you're filling with the syrup, just gently give it a nice stir, because sometimes the seasonings settle at the bottom and you want to incorporate a little bit of those in every jar. You can see here I've left about an inch of headspace, but you can top it off and fill it up a little bit more, as I've done here. Taking a damp washcloth or paper towel, wipe your jar rim to get rid of any of that sticky syrup. Apply your lids and your bands fingertip tight. Again, it's very important that you wipe your jar rims so you get a good seal on your lid, because that sticky syrup would prevent them from sealing properly. Lids and bands fingertip tight. So these candied jalapenos are a great complement on salads, on top of a bowl of chili, as a taco topping, on top of homemade nachos, served on top of a roast or meatloaf with crackers and cream cheese, or piled high on a piece of cornbread. Really, your options are limitless. Once we eat all of the sliced peppers, then sometimes I have taken the leftover syrup and poured it into a pot of chili soup or vegetable soup, or use it however you think is creative. These will be processed in a water bath canner for 10 minutes. If your altitude is greater than 1,000 feet, make sure you check your trusted canning guide for proper processing times. Since the syrup is warm, I'm adding warm water into the canner. You want to cover your jars by 1 to 2 inches with water. Put your lid on, turn your burner on high, and wait for it to boil. Once you're at a boil, set your timer for 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes is up, you want to remove the lid, turn off the heat, and allow your jars to sit in the hot water for about 5 to 8 minutes. By doing this, it helps prevent siphoning, so all of your lids will seal and you don't lose any liquid. You want to remove them onto a towel or a cloth placemat, as I'm doing here. Allow them to sit and cool for 12 to 24 hours. After they're completely cooled, I remove the bands, wash them up if needed, label them, and get them ready for storage. But that's how we make candied jalapenos, or cowboy candy, here at our place. This is really good. I hope you can make them and enjoy them just like we do. Until next time, take care. May God bless you. We'll see you later.